Institutional investors. What does that even mean? Let's get after it. Hey, VA Nation, Jeff Newton here with National VA Loans, powered by Stride Bank. Contact us here. It's 855-956-4040. Again, that's 855-956-4040. Okay, institutional investors. And I put on there, what does that mean? In fact, I probably should have put, did I spell that right? Wasn't sure that I did. I did double check, sadly. But institutional investors and what's happening. So I'm sure you guys have been heard the news, seen Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, in some social media aspect or another. You've seen that there's potential ban on institutional investors. Now, what does that mean, and how could that potentially affect us as the general population? So first and foremost, an institutional investor is a large cap, a large volume investor. They handle large sums of money for large majorities, and their job obviously is to make money for their I don't know, their customers, I guess it would be. So that's their job, is to make money. And so institutional investors, and how it pertains to what this potential ban is, over the years, and we can look back 5, 6, 7 years ago, you've had large companies that were out buying property on the market. Of course, they're buying that property not to live in as a single family residence, but they're buying that property to rent out and to earn income on. 100% agree with people buying property to earn income. 100%. However, the reason there is a potential ban on it is because some may feel that it is unfairly. I don't want to say unfairly, but it has made it more difficult for the average Joe like me and you to go out and buy a home, because you're up against large pools of money versus just, me. I've got a little bit of money. I don't have anything near like that. So it made it more difficult. And I think there's some people in our world that feel that that's unfair, and they want to put a ban on that. Now, I'm not here to tell you whether that's good or bad. That's a decision you can make. And of course, you do all your research. I'm not going to tell you where to do that, but you can check out everything. I can tell you, though, that there could be some potential positives that come out of that, for not only for our veterans, but for just our general population of people that are looking to buy homes, especially that first-time home buyer. It could allow, for there to be greater inventory on the market, because you're not competing against these large cap companies. That's one thing, of course. Who knows if it had, again, no crystal ball here. So who knows if it has any effect on interest rates and things like that, or property values. But I do think you're going to hear a lot of those things. Well, property values are going to go up, and then you're going to look over here, and property values are going to go down. And I don't think that anyone truly knows. Me personally, I do believe that even an even playing field is a good thing. It's good for our veterans. They can go in and potentially buy a home. I mean, you guys have heard me say it a million times. It's frustrating when banks or loan officers or whoever it may be, or real estate agents, sometimes we don't want a VA loan. That's frustrating. I don't feel like it's a fair playing field for our veterans. And really, if anyone deserves a fair playing field, it is our veterans. So, if you have questions about this as an institutional investor in the band and things like that, feel free to give us a call, 855-956-4040. Ask for me, Jeff Newton. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions I can on this, to kind of fill you in a little bit more on what's happening. Maybe even just talk about it and go through it, and how could potentially affect all of us in the long run. But again, I encourage everyone to do their own investigating on this, and then draw your own conclusions about how you think it could affect you in the future when you're trying to buy a home or sell a home. And because there's two sides to this. A lot of those houses that were being sold really fast back in 2020 and 2021 and 2022, and over these last 5-6 years, they sold fast for cash to some of these institutional investors, which really helped out the seller on the property. It may potentially have hurt the buyers as far as the individual buyers, but it really helped out the seller. So there's two sides to every coin. But again, it's something you need to make your own judgment on and your own decision. But feel free to give us a call at 855-956-4040. Check us out online, nationalvaloans.com. It's a great website. Jason O'Donnell is our man that does that, and he does an awesome job. I mean, it's amazing. Check out those calculators. Now, if you are like me and you just like to get things done and make things happen, put in an application at nationalapplynow.com. You can download our simple, secure, easy application right to your mobile phone. Hey, it even says National VA Loans right to your mobile phone, and you can complete it right there. And then once you submit it, it'll come right to one of our VA specialists to give you a call, go over all the different options and all the different loans that you may qualify for. Again, it's 855-956-4040 or nationalapplynow.com. And don't forget to click that. It's one of these sides, that subscribe button, guys. That's how we get all our information out that's going on with the markets, with, sometimes with interest rates, and definitely with the VA. So that's how we get everything out there that we can. So make sure you click subscribe on that side over here somewhere, and check out our videos anytime for any information you have. But of course, you can always call us 855-956-4040. Folks, until next time, thank you so much for your service. Thank you for what you've done for us in our country. Take care of yourselves, and God bless.